possible if one applies a certain amount of energy in the right direction. If you want to do it, you can do it. These are the words of Nellie Bly, an American journalist known for her investigative and undercover reporting, considered by many to have pioneered this style of journalism. Nellie wrote for many newspapers and covered controversial issues, usually surrounding the plight of the poor, immigrants, or women in America. Nellie's favorite stories focused on helping the less fortunate. Nellie Bly was born Elizabeth Jane Cochran on May 5, 1864, in a small Pennsylvania town. Later on, she would go by her pen name, Nellie Bly. Nellie landed her first job with the Pittsburgh paper after she wrote a stern reply to a story that had attacked working women, which was seen as controversial at the time. Intrigued by her response, the editor invited her to write for the paper. At the newspaper, she took the pen name of Nellie Bly and began developing her distinctive writing style. Her gift was to get the story behind the story through pluck and charm. People she interviewed seemed to trust her and would tell her details that other reporters could not get. At times, she went undercover to expose wrongdoing. At the age of 23, Nellie Bly would get the assignment with the World newspaper that would earn her widespread acclaim. To get the job, she agreed to go undercover at Blackwell's Island Insane Asylum in New York City, posing as a mentally ill girl and reporting on the conditions and abuses of the patients. Inside the asylum, Bly observed how the patients were treated and interviewed them. After 10 days, a lawyer from the World came to free her, and the story broke on the following Sunday. The story embarrassed New York City officials into taking action. They launched an investigation, then approved additional funds to improve the treatment of the mentally ill. Nellie's daring work made the newspaper world take notice of this gutsy new reporter, as investigative reporting was new to newspapers. Nellie spent the next few years reporting for the World, but it wasn't until 1889 that her most famous story would begin. In response to author Jules Verne's novel, Around the World in 80 Days, Nellie proposed that she attempt to travel the world in even less time than the novel's characters, as a publicity stunt for the World. At first, editors at the World were very wary of the idea because at the time, women didn't travel without escorts, and according to the editors, they carried too much luggage. Never one to be denied, Nellie set off on the mission in 1889, bringing only 2 small satchels and a coat. Leaving from New York, Nellie would travel the world in just 72 days, 6 hours, and 11 minutes, beating the characters in Verne's novel by more than a week. Following her stunt around the world, Nellie returned to what she did best, championing for the downtrodden through her writing. But in 1895, Nellie surprised everyone when she married millionaire industrialist Robert Seaman. She helped manage his manufacturing company and eventually took over the company when Robert died in 1904, becoming the world's leading female industrialist. Unfortunately, by 1914, poor management and fraud within the company forced Nellie into bankruptcy. 3 years later, to escape the drudgery of finances and lawyers, Bly returned to journalism. This time, she signed on as a reporter covering World War I in Europe, becoming the first female war correspondent. After covering the war, Nellie wrote a regular column for the New York Evening Journal. Her new special concern was helping abandoned children. Sadly, Nellie Bly passed away on January 27, 1922 from pneumonia, writing for her column up to her death. The day following her death, her old newspaper wrote in her obituary stating, "Nellie Bly was the best reporter in America, and that is saying a good deal." Nellie Bly did a man's job during a time before women even had the right to vote. Her incredible stories not only made her an inspiration to women of the day, but she also became one of the most famous people in America, and for a time, the world. As we get to know Nellie Bly, consider how the world would be different without her accomplishments. Would stunt journalism even be a thing? Also, reflect on the following. Would you have done all the things Nellie Bly did? Would you have the dedication to do such things? If so, what would you stand up for? What would be your motive?